Hello, hello! Playing Pips by the New York Times today, and I did figure out what was going on with the transitions in the last model. So my transition to play Pips brings it over like this, and I've got corner Pips A and B as the names of these two scenes in OBS. What I was accidentally switching between is corner screen. And so that's showing other windows, showing the background, and then it frames the Pips window differently. So it's a little cleaner to use the dedicated one where I have this drawn up a little bit to the top. Play another difficulty, medium today. Domino game by the New York Times, very nice, would recommend. Yes. Link in the description if you want to check it out. And thank you, Rodolfo. What do we got today? Making 6, 5 different ways. 3 pairs, 1 3 of a kind, and 1 by itself, which is our only 6. We can't place the 4 going into the 3. We have plenty of 2s. We have 2 2s running around. So I suspect both of those will work, or there. Given that we have our only 6 dedicated to that blue, the pink 10 is going to be made up with 2 5s. We don't have a 5-5 doublet, double domino. So we're going to have to bring a 5 down and then a 5 across. That means that we could bring a 5 down as well. I was going to say we couldn't place the 6 like this, but hypothetically we can if we have a 5-3 and a 5-0, a 5-1 and a 5-2 actually would do it. If we did it like this, then we could switch those positions. And then this is entirely hypothetical. I don't think this will work. Yeah, I think we can say this won't work because we don't have a domino that sums to 6. So we don't have anything to put up in the top left here, right? Like no domino by itself is going to add up to 6. So this is instead going to go down or left, and then we still could put the 5s like that. We will have to put the 5s like that. We can actually say that stronger. Because there is no domino. There is. That could go. That could go there. If that went there, then hypothetically we could get it done this way. Right? One of the zeros. It would have to be this 0 because we don't have a 5 left over for the green, but we do have a 4. Do we have any 2s left? No. Okay, so that does not quite work out. Given that, is it possible to say that we can't use the 5-1 here? I wonder. Might have to attack this a different direction. This is really close to working. While we have it all kind of filled out like this, I wonder if we could say anything about the 2 unspecified ones. Like, we are currently fulfilling every colored group that we have completed. Like, this 10 is accurate, this 6 is accurate. And so the remaining sum that we would need is a 2 and then another 6 there. And we're short of that, right? We have the pips is the name of the dots as well as the name of the puzzle. We have 5 pips left, and we need 6 plus 2, so 8. And that means that the 2 pips that are in this 2 and the 1 pip here, we need all those dots to be in the colored numbers to specify. So now we know that the 2 unspecified squares are going to be zeros. That's the insight that we usually get by adding up numbers, like add up all these numbers, subtract off all the totals on these dominoes, and you can get that same information, but it's actually kind of pleasant to have run across it this way instead. We don't have a 5-0, and we were saying that yeah, because we use the 6 here, this has to be 2 5s. We don't have a 5 5, we don't have a 5-0. So that's going to be a 0 something into the purple. And then the 5 down, so we will have the 5 2 and 5 1 in either position. We do have a 2-0, so perhaps we could do it this way. That's not necessarily the only way. That might be the only way. Let's test real quick to see if we can get the 0 1 to fit there. That would require the 5. The 6 4 here would be 1 too high for the dark blue. So yes, we are going to have to use the 0 2. 6 4. I suspect we don't have a 4. Yeah, we don't have a 4 2 to kind of bridge that, so it's going to be 6 4 that direction. 0 1. Perhaps we can get this done. Yeah, I think that'll add up nicely. And then 5 to finish out the purple. Could we have done it this way? That would require a domino that adds to 6, and we already used the 5 1, so that's why we can't do that. Yep. So we know the 0 1 has to be placed like this, and the rest of it falls into place from there. The 2 3s is the only way remaining to make the dark blue 6. We don't have a 2 for a 4 2. We don't have a 5 after spending this green 5 for a 5 1, and we don't have 6s. So that is a unique solution, albeit allowing the transposition of giving this. The 5 1 and the 5 2 here could go in either order. This could go in either orientation. Other than that, it's fixed. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. I like this one. This is a good puzzle. And dismiss this. Back to my place. I shall celebrate with cake. Okay, bye.